Assalamualaikum and salam sejahtera. We are from Group 2. We have Hugh Jiayi, Chua Yongzi, Azlan Joan, Nurul Huda, and me, Wan Afika Ruzana. We are going to present a short film review of My Stepmom and I short film. Before that, I would like to share what film actually is. The word film is known as a motion picture, or basically, as everyone knows, a movie. It is a series of still photographs, or we can say a collection of lots of pictures on film that are projected in rapid succession onto a screen using lights. It will eventually give the illusion of actual, smooth, and continuous movement due to the optical phenomenon persistent of vision. Now moving on to the short film review. So this short film was released on 16 February 2020 with more than 1 million views on YouTube. My Stepmom and I tells a story of a little girl, Sweta, who is trying to get used to a new person coming into her life, her stepmother. The stepmother, Catherine, on the other hand, is trying so hard to connect with her mute stepdaughter, but it seems like it will not be as easy as she thought. She tries everything she can to speak to her, even though most of the times Sweta would just ignore her and walk away showing her attitude. So many things happen in an effort to unite these two together, and the whole show literally fills with a lot of emotions and amazing stories along with talented actors.
Greetings to our respectful lecturer. My name is Azlan Joan bin Muhammad Zaini with the matrix number 289970. I will continue with this presentation regarding our film term and its focus. Sweta is a beautiful and intelligent young girl. She suffers from condition which she is unable to speak, or mutism, which differ her from any other normal kids in school. As a stepmom, Catherine loves Sweta like her own daughter and tried so hard to replace Sweta mom. Sweta attitude towards Catherine drives her crazy, as Sweta is still dealing with the loss of her mom. This film term is about love and respect in a family that has no blood related. This film shows us that we love someone not because we have to, but we want to. The focus of this film is more on the emotional effect and mood to the audience and content rich of moral statement. It is a social public related film that based on people in Malaysia and focus on Indian people and Malay people as a main character. Next is a director style. When it comes to director styles, Jeevan Sekar put a lot of passion into the film and not to do it just for the sake of money. Work satisfaction is important and he believes that whatever he do, it's something that will improve him and people around him. Everyday life inspires him to make something better. Jeevan Sekar relates with this situation that usually happens in Malaysia. There's a lot of moral teaching when it comes to the director styles of this film. Thanks, that's all from me. I will pass up to the next presenter.
Assalamualaikum and hello everyone. My name is Nurul Huda binti Muhammad Syabiran. My matric number is 285445. I will continue our presentation about the camera technique and editing technique that we use in this short film. Camera technique. One of the most important aspects of cinematic tales is camera technique. We will need to know the terminology for basic camera method before we can start writing about the movies. The way the camera is moved in movies has a significant impact on the tale. There are many types of camera technique. First is establishing shot. Establishing shot is long shot introduced in the beginning of the scene. This is usually the initial shot of scene and it intended to establish the scene, location and setting. Next is long shot. Long shot is camera located at considerable from subject. A long shot usually still shows a great deal of background. Characters are visible but may not be enough to be recognizable. Medium shot. Medium shot is nearer to the subject compared to long shot. Characters from the wrist up are frequently included. Next is close-up shot. Camera quite near to the subject. In film and television, the close-up is one of the most common shot size, usually showcasing a character face. Then is two shot. Two shot is close-up of two persons as near as possible. Next is full shot. Character is framed from head to toe, with the subject filling the frame roughly. The focus is usually on action and movement rather than the emotional state of the character. Lastly is high-angle shot. The subject is captured from a vantage point above eye level. Next is framing. Framing is amount of open space within the frame. There are two types of framing: tightly framed and loosely framed. Tightly framed is a less open space, and loosely frame is more open space. Tight frame put the frame very close around the subject, filling up the shot almost entirely. For loosely frame is used mainly to direct the viewer attention. Different framing technique can be accomplished by manipulating the viewpoint of the camera in relation to the subject in the camera. Loose or wide framing is the composition technique where there is plenty of empty space left around the main subject in shot. I will continue with the editing technique in this short film. First is cut. Cut is simply joining together shot. Next is jump cut. A jump cut when a single shot is interrupted by a cut that causes the subject to appear to leap forward in time. Next is cutaway. A cutaway shot is supplementary shot that cut away from the primary action to show something else, like in the space or object or location. Next is fade in and fade out. Fade in effect is frequently used to gradually introduce a shot to the viewer, but it can also be used to make the transition between two shots much smoother, especially when combined with the fade out effect. Next is invisible cut. We also know as a visible edit. Connect two scenes by using two comparable frames. Then the next one is L cut. L cut is a film editing technique in which the audio from one scene is carried over to the next scene visual.
Okay. Okay. How do I do this? Sweta, get in the car. Now. Sweta, could you please come with me? Please? I'm trying to be your mom. Help! Look, you got this, Catherine. It's very simple. You got this. It's just a simple... Hey! What? That is US. Why don't you go talk to her, huh? See what she says to you, because she doesn't say a word to me.
You know what? Fine, fine.
Other the camera technique and editing technique, we have a camera movement. There are many types of camera movements such as zoom, pan, and tile. Zooming is without a doubt the most commonly utilized camera movement. Tiling is when you shift the camera regularly from top to bottom or bottom to top. Pan. Panning is defined as moving your camera horizontally from left to right or right to left.
Music in film serves a variety of purposes. It aids in the shaping of emotional responses, the creation of a rhythm of scene and segment, and the commentary on the action, the name a few. Music plays an important role in a film, even it only appears for a few seconds, but it still can let the audience have a different viewing experience. There are two types of music used in the short film, that are music that has vocal and instrumental music. The name of the music vocals used is Lagu that covered by Talita Tan feat. Ali Aiman. There are two of the instrumental music used, that are Somewhere Like This by Kenson Lee and Hello's OST by Chris M. Young. Costume is at the core of a film or TV drama, because costumes are one of many tools that the director has to tell the story. The elements of characters' personality are communicated to the viewer through their costumes. Therefore, adjustment in the selection of suitable costume can help the audience to assess how the personality in the character clearly. In the short film My Stepmother and I, the costume that wear by each character gives the audience a clear mind of the character's personality. For the example, the male character will wear some formal clothes such as long-sleeve shirt to show that the main character needs to work, so he needs to wear neat. The little girl was wearing the school uniforms. This represents that she is still studying at school. For the female character in the short films, she often wears the casual clothes. This can prove that she is a housewife who doesn't need to work.
My name is Chua Yong-si and my metric number is 285683. I will continue with the makeup. Makeup is an essential ingredient that actors depend upon when portraying film roles. Makeup can reflect the time period, social status, and lifestyle of the characters, as well as their emotional and psychological changes. To create an overall look that conveys the theme, setting, and mood of the film, makeup artists have to work closely with film's production designers, cinematographers, actors, and their crews. In the short film My Stepmom and I, the character of the stepmom used beauty and street makeup. This type of makeup was only needed to enhance and improve the actor's appearance. The actor wore makeup on her eyebrows and used lighter shades of eyeshadow, eyeliner, and lipstick to compensate for undesirable changes in her appearance. This basic makeup reflected the theme and setting of the story and was very much in keeping with the image of an ordinary mother. The next is lighting. Lighting is fundamental to film because it creates a visual mood and atmosphere of each film scene to guide the audience into the story. It is important in film because it shows the audience where to look on the screen and it can also reflect the psychology of the film's characters. The short film My Stepmom and I mainly used soft lighting as it creates a bright and balanced image in the short film. The use of soft lighting in this short film gives the illusion that it is coming from an actual light source. Besides that, this short film also used natural lighting in the school scenes. It used sunlight as the natural light to give the images a closer look to the real school environment.
Now we are going to talk about the acting in this short film. This short film fills with amazing actors who truly carry the whole show. The choice of actors is very fascinating, since the acting played by all the actors looks so realistic and they manage to portray the role they play with great skills and charisma. Furthermore, some of the actors are acting for the first time and still can do a great job despite not having as much experience as other casts. For character Sweta, Ivanka Kuruparan has to play a character of a mute. She speaks with other people using sign language and also did a very good job in most of her scenes in this show. She was able to act without saying a word, but still can communicate with the audiences through her genuine expressions where she managed to express her anger, mischief, annoyance, and sadness. For example, there are scenes where she was annoyed with her stepmom, Catherine, and she shows the act of her annoyance by rolling her eyes, pursing her lips, and basically did the hand sign outrageously. Now, the character of Catherine. Nabila managed to play the character of a sweet and caring stepmother to Sweta, and also the other side of the stepmother, where she has lost her passion dealing with her stubborn stepdaughter. She did a very good job delivering the emotions through some scenes where she basically uses face expressions more than other body languages that the audiences will not find it cringe or cliche. And the last one is character Sanjay, Sweta's father. Charles Robert, who carries this character, did a very good job by portraying a good side of a father. There are scenes where Charles managed to get into character, which is the scene when Sanjay has to deal with her daughter misbehaving. Charles uses his loud voice and hand gesture to deliver the real acting of that scene. Now to sum up, the short film My Stepmom and I gives a very interesting story along with a good message and experience as it tells a story that actually happened in real life. The concrete reality is literally the acceptance of a stepmother is not only difficult in the eyes of a child, but also the society. It takes a lot of effort and consideration from all parties to ensure that this issue does not become a big deal in the future. And of course, everything starts from the closest people first. Thank you.